Celebrities who are currently in jail 2021. Welcome back to Foeko, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 celebrities who are currently in jail in 2021. You may find the celebrities recently arrested to be surprising. Hollywood has a reputation for its excess, and unfortunately, many of its stars fall victim to illegal activity and end up celebrities in prison. If you've ever wondered, what celebrity or actor got arrested today? Or celebrities who are still behind the bars in 2021, then here's the list of top 10 celebrities who are currently in jail. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. TV star Michael JACE. Michael JACE, who you may know from the television police drama The Shield, shot his wife in front of their 2 children in their Los Angeles home in 2014. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison for the murder, reported CNN. The motive for the killing appeared to be jealousy. His wife, April JACE, wanted a divorce, and the 53-year-old actor was convinced she was dating another man. When April returned to their home on May 19, 2014, JACE shot her several times while their sons, ages 8 and 5, looked on. He called 911 and his father-in-law after the incident and admitted to the crime. JACE had a history of violent behavior. A friend of his first wife revealed in a sworn statement during a 2005 custody case that he had choked and hit his wife and slammed her against the wall. JACE's acting career spanned 2 decades. He also appeared in the show Southland and played basketball legend Michael Jordan in the made-for-TV movie Michael Jordan, An American Hero. Number 9. D-Rose. Born a beer sardine, D-Rose grew up on Chicago's South Side and was associated with other artists like Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and Lil Durk. Years ago, he was accused, but later cleared, of the murder of rapper Lil JoJo, with whom he had a notorious feud both on social media and in lyrics. But in 2016, D-Rose would find himself accused and found guilty of the murder of Venzel Richardson in a drive-by shooting through gang affiliations with the Black Disciples. While many of his associates proclaimed his innocence, the Chicago rapper was sentenced to 40 years in prison on a first-degree murder charge. He was just 17 years old at the time of the murder. Number 8. Rapper Bobby SHMURDA. Rapper Bobby SHMURDA found himself in hot water after he was arrested in 2014 on weapons, drugs, and assault charges, reported Billboard. 2 years later, the Brooklyn star was sentenced to 7 years in prison. He reportedly took a plea deal that significantly reduced his sentence, but SHMURDA still wasn't pleased with the outcome. "I was forced to take this sentence. I did not want to take the sentence," he told the court via Billboard. "I was forced by my attorney to take this plea." The deal also reportedly lessened the sentences of his friends, Chad Rowdy Rebel Marshall and Nicholas McCoy. SHMURDA believes he could have won the case if only he'd been able to make the $2 million bail imposed by the court. "We look guilty in these jumpsuits," he told Complex. "If you put Al Sharpton in an orange jumpsuit and accuse him of having a gun, he's going to be found guilty. We had big money lawyers and they still couldn't do nothing because of the judge, who looked at us like black thugs." Number 7. Phil SPECTOR. Music producer Phil SPECTOR will possibly spend the rest of his life behind bars for the death of actress Lana Clarkson, according to CNN. In 2003, Clarkson was discovered dead, sitting in a chair in SPECTOR's home. She'd been shot in the mouth. SPECTOR's first trial ended in a mistrial with a hung jury, but the second time around, jurors reportedly deliberated for just 30 hours. SPECTOR was sentenced to 19 years to life behind bars after being convicted of second-degree murder charges and ordered to pay the victim's funeral costs. His attorney reportedly forked over a $17,000 check. Number 6. Jonathan Paul Koppenhaver. The former mixed martial arts fighter Jonathan Paul Koppenhaver, known more commonly as War Machine, has been sentenced to life in prison after he kidnapped, sexually assaulted, and beat his ex-girlfriend in 2014. Koppenhaver was convicted by a Las Vegas jury in March of 29 felonies after he attacked Christy Mack and her male friend Corey Thomas. He had found Mack and Thomas together in her bedroom. At sentencing, Mack told District Judge Elissa Caddis that she fears Koppenhaver will kill her if he is released. "I don't know if my life will complete in 12 years or 30 years, and neither do you. But I do know when he gets out, he will kill me," Mack said. She suffered a lacerated liver, broken rib, and 2 lost teeth during the assault. Number 5. Jared FOGLE. U.S. District Judge Tanya Walton Pratt sentenced former Subway pitchman Jared FOGLE to a prison term of more than 15 years Thursday accepting a plea deal that sees him admit to charges of receiving child pornography and reportedly having sex with minors. The case involved interstate travel to pay minors for sex, as well as at least 40 child pornography videos, many of which Fogle received from the head of his charity. Fogle was sentenced to 188 months on each count, to be served concurrently. That amounts to just over 15 and a half years. Will serve a minimum of 13 before parole. Prosecutors have been seeking a punishment of around 12 years in prison, while Fogle's lawyer asked for a sentence of around 5 years. Fogle is also reportedly paying about $1.4 million in total restitution to 14 victims, some of whom live in his home state of Indiana. Number 4. Nathaniel Glover. Nathaniel Glover, better known as Kid Creole, is a pioneer of hip-hop best remembered for his work with Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five and their 1982 hit, The Message. In 2007, they became the first hip-hop group ever inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In August 2017, Kid Creole was arrested and charged with the murder of 55-year-old homeless man John Jolly, whom the rapper would later claim was hitting on him. Kid Creole was 57 at the time of the murder, which took place in Midtown Manhattan. The maximum sentence for second-degree murder is life in prison. Number 3. SHMURDA. SHMURDA, whose real name is Corey Miller, was accused of fatally shooting a 16-year-old named Steve Thomas at a nightclub in 2002, according to the Associated Press. He was convicted of second-degree murder in 2009 and is serving a life sentence in the Louisiana State Penitentiary. However, since his conviction, 2 key eyewitnesses have recanted their original testimony, the AP reported. The jury convicted Corey 10-2, and he was sentenced to life in prison. If his trial was today, the jury would have had to be unanimous for him to be convicted. Number 2. Ricardo Medina. Power Rangers Super Samurai star Ricardo Medina Jr. pleaded guilty in 2016 to fatally stabbing his roommate, Josh Sutter, with a samurai sword a year earlier, reported Variety. The guys reportedly got into a fight over Medina's girlfriend. In a disturbing 911 call, Medina could be heard allegedly saying, "Damn it, Josh, why did you do this, man? Why did you make me do this?" While Medina's legal team claimed he'd acted in self-defense, the actor initially faced 26 years to life for his original first-degree murder charge. However, according to the Associated Press, Medina took a plea deal that resulted in a 6-year sentence for voluntary manslaughter. At the time, Medina's lawyers told NBC News that the actor was happy and enthusiastic with the deal that was offered. Understandably, the victim's father disagreed, having previously reportedly testified with, "Put this killer in general prison population, so he will see and feel the same fear that Joshua must have." Number 1. TAYMOR McIntyre. TAYMOR McIntyre, who is better known by his stage name TK, had a promising rap career. However, due to poor choices, that is most likely over. TAYMOR McIntyre was just sentenced for being part of a murder in Texas that took place during a home invasion. Now, TK needs to stand trial for another murder he allegedly committed while he was running from the authorities. TAYMOR McIntyre received a 55-year sentence for the original charges, and most likely will receive a life sentence if this teen killer is found guilty of the second murder. TK to 55 years in prison for the 2016 murder of a father during a home invasion. TAYMOR McIntyre, aka TK, was convicted of murder last week in the home invasion shooting death of Ethan Walker. TAYMOR McIntyre was sentenced to 55 years for the murder, along with 30, 13, and 13 years for 3 counts of aggravated robbery. Thank you for watching. If you liked our video, then hit the subscribe button to never miss out on any of our videos. See you next time.